My wife and I are really struggling financially and moved in with my mom to help us get back on our feet. I know it hasn't been easy on her, but she began to stir shift. So my stepsister is getting married and wouldn't invite my mom as her and her siblings hate her. My stepfather refused to attend without my mom, and it was a whole big thing. I think his kids thought he was going to cave because he was always a pushover with them, but he meant it and didn't go to the wedding. I'm sure it hurt him, but he comes from a pretty toxic patriarchy culture, and he isn't going to openly show his emotions. My wife was upset on the day of the wedding as she believes kids should always come before your spouse and that his behavior is disgusting. The day of the wedding, my stepsister seemed to think he was at home crying. My wife wanted to prove he wasn't. She took some pictures of he was just hanging with my mom, and in one of the pictures he is laughing. It is creepy and invasive to spy on people and take their pictures. They aren't even properly dressed in some of them. Like in one, I can very clearly see his duck as he is just wearing his boxers. In another, my mom appears to be wearing his shirt with nothing under it. Neither of them walk around the house like that, so I can't even figure out where they were taken. She claims the sauna and their bedroom, so that means she was literally spying. His daughter sent him the pictures and said she was glad he had his horse to comfort him. He realized what my wife had done and blew up. He called us ungrateful leeches, called her a bit, and he threw our clothes all over his lawn. I'm furious. Living with them was such a great opportunity to rebuild financially, and she just ruined it. I lost it and shouted last night that it is all her fault, and what the fact did she think was going to happen? She is furious and says I had no right to speak to her like that regardless of what she did. Great comment. And you're married to her, why? Some people never outgrown the need to stir shit. I'm just gobsmacked at how petty, malicious, arrogant, and nosy his wife is. Who does stuff like that, especially with an unlubricated cactus of consequences hanging over your head on a daily basis? If they are going to stir shit, they should be made to lick the spoon. I'm just so confused because, with wife's behavior, everyone loses. Stepsister is even more hurt because her dad isn't upset enough. Stepdad is more upset because there's more of a wedge between him and his kids. Mom probably suffers because her stepkids now blame/hate her even more. And the couple, at best, gain nothing if wife hadn't been caught, and at worst, lose their home like they did. Or, if the parents take them back, then they're just on bad terms with the people they're living with.